every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine because I want to. I'll pull the sword.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Throwing on second down. Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
It's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career, and he parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Francisco.
Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now they try the right side here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the...
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
Still on his feet.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
56 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Lance looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now they'll throw with Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Lance now on first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jalen Waddle.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On first down, Lance. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Right back to Pitts again.
Touchdown 49ers.
Kyle Pitts.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they faked the handoff. Now Lance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Kyle Pitts.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Niners add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And now here's another interception. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw again on second down. Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
He will find Davis on the left side complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And the 49er hands team does its job. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want...
Don't gotta whip and brag on no petty. Let's stop talking that on your hip. You ain't gonna me dumb it down, Benjamin. When you we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No, ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm by that. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company.